Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome back to the Retro Gaming Collective. Well guys, it has been a long day of game hunting. I decided today, I had the day to myself, so I ended up taking a ride up to Pennsylvania to check out a few different stores actually, but all for the same chain. It's a store called Just Press Play. I go there frequently, but there are some locations that I've never been to. So I decided to take a whole bin of trades up and see what I can get for them. And then I kind of like traveled around to the different stores. They're not real far away from each other, which is cool. But I decided to go check out the other stores. So I ended up getting about $100 in trade credit for a bunch of like just stuff that I needed to get out of the game room that needed to be traded in, which was cool. So first stop is it's a shop on Willow Street in Pennsylvania. I don't really know what town it is. I'll pop it up here for you at some point. And really the coolest thing about this is that next door there was a Goodwill, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I was poking around this store. They have a really good selection. This is much bigger than the store that I normally go to. They had tons and tons and tons of stuff, and I could literally spend all day in these stores, but I had to be kind of quick in order to make it to each store, because they're all about 20-25 minutes apart, for me anyway. So I found some cool stuff. I ended up picking up just a couple of games from this stop because I wanted to save my credit in case I saw something big at the next stores. But I got 3D World Runner here for the NES. This was $10 in trade credit. And then I also picked up 8 Eyes here. This is $10 in trade credit as well. And that's a little bit underpriced, I believe. Not too crazy, but a few bucks. But it adds up, right? So next, let me show you this Goodwill. So like I said, this Goodwill was literally right next door to the game store, and they had some really cool stuff in there. Actually had a few games that I ended up picking up, and some that I didn't realize were worth a ton of money. Now, first of all, I picked up this copy of Madden 17 for the PS3. I knew this was worth about 20 bucks. I paid $5 for it. It's in great shape, looks really good, but totally worth $5. And then I went back and said, something's telling me to go take another look. And I found this copy of MLB The Show 2016. This ended up being around 20 bucks as well. I paid $5 for it. It's not complete, but it's totally worth the pickup. An easy flip for me. And then finally, as I was actually checking out, I ended up finding in the glass case this 360 controller. It's like satin silver, I think it's called. And it looks really cool because it's like black and white. The buttons are all black and white there. The only thing, it's got this black back plate here. I don't know if it was meant to have that or not, but I ended up paying 10 bucks for this. It's in great shape, feels really nice. It looks like it's about 20 to 30 bucks. I paid 10. Totally worth it for me. But yeah, like totally cool finds for a Goodwill. Not common for me these days, but I will pick those up every day of the week. The next place we stopped was Just Press Play in Lancaster. Now this is the store that I go to a little bit more frequently, and I decided to do something a little bit different and weird for me. I am not a sports game guy. I don't like sports games. But I have expanded my N64 section in the game room, and I've made room for a lot more games, and I want to start adding more and more N64 games to the collection. So I decided it's time to bite the bullet and get some of those really cheap sport games or things like that to add to the collection. So I ended up grabbing this stack. It's all stuff I don't have. It's all super cheap. This stack cost me $25 in trade credit. Really not crazy. Nothing crazy, right? But let's go through it. We got NFL Quarterback Club 99. That was $1.99. Then we got In the Zone 98, $2.99. This one was a little more expensive, but it's a little more uncommon, I'd say. Mia Hamm Soccer 64, and this one was $7.99 in trade credit. This one was actually, I was pretty surprised to find this one here. So we got NBA Showtime, and this was $1.99. Now this is normally like a $12 to $15 game. I'll pick that up for $1.99 all day long. Not in great shape here, but super cheap. We got Kobe Bryant's NBA Courtside, $1.99. We got All-Star Baseball 2000. This is $2.99. You can see there's a trend here, right? NFL Quarterback Club 98, $1.99. And then, of course, we got to round it up with NFL Quarterback Club 2000. Was this worth 25 bucks? Would you have paid 25 bucks for this just to fill out your collection a bit? Let me know. Maybe you wouldn't, but I felt the need to do it. So, yeah, let's move on, see what else we found. All right, so our final Just Press play of the day was the one up in York, Pennsylvania. And this one was a lot smaller. It was still a really cool store, a little crowded when I went, but I decided to do more of the same. I decided to get some more N64 games. Now, these ones are not as fillery as the last ones. There are definitely some filler titles here, but some cool ones as well. It's a little stack here. This one cost me like 50 bucks or something like that, 55 with taxes and everything. But to start, we got Twisted Edge Extreme Snowboarding. That was $8.99. And remember, it's all trade credit. So if it's within $1 or $2, I really don't care. We got Knockout Kings 2000. Don't have that. We got Fox College Hoops 99. That was $1.99. Then we got this one I actually even not heard of. I've never heard of this. GT64. This was $14.99. But I don't have it. And then I thought I had this, but I actually didn't. So it was worth the pickup for me. Turok Rage Wars. I have all the other Turoks except for this one. And that was $16.99 in trade credit. But as you can tell, between these two stops, I got a nice little stack of N64 stuff here to add to the collection. And that's what we like to do. Even though it's not anything like super crazy, I love adding kart games to my collection. It makes me really happy, especially the N64, because that is like, it's my console, man. That's what I grew up on. I love it, love it, love it. But we got one more stop that I want to show you here. It was actually a surprising one. Let's see. So first of all, I decided to stop at a GameStop, and it ended up being a really good stop for me, surprisingly. I did not realize it was Pro Week. So I bought a bunch of games with the Pro discount. It was super cool. But as I was checking out, the GameStop guy loaded me up with a bunch of free like pre-order bonuses. And I got a little stack of them here. I mean, look at this. Got a whole stack. I'm gonna show you what I got. Nothing crazy, but some fun stuff. I just dropped some, so I'm gonna pause and then come back. Got them. All right, so first of all, we got this little pin from the Callisto Protocol. Look at that. It's a cool corrections pin. I don't know much about this game, but I imagine it had something to do with police of some kind. Then we got this sealed Fire Emblem Engage Tarot, I don't know how you say it. Tarot cards. I will probably be selling these if I can, if they're worth anything. We got the Armored Core. This looks like a keychain type thing. The brand new Armored Core. It looks really, really cool. I actually might use this for myself, to be honest with you. But super cool. Next, we got this sick Starfield lanyard. I love Starfield. I actually just beat it a couple of days ago. And it was super cool. I loved that game. I don't know why, because it wasn't incredible, but I still loved it. Anyway, I digress. Then we got these Forspoken premium character cards. And I actually wanted to open these up. I don't know what they are, but we're going to find out together. It looks like it's sealed kind of here, like wrapped up in this. Oh man, it's heavy. I don't know what it is. It's like display cards or something like that. Yeah, look at that. Like display cards. It's cool. Very, very cool. I'm going to mess with that a little bit later. Then we got Final Fantasy, what's that, 16? Like little patches, which is super cool. There's a whole stack of them in there. Then I do not know what this is, but it's Dying Light 2. I don't know if it's some kind of mask or what. I'm gonna have to check this out, open it up at some point and see what's going on in there. But yeah, let me get the games together now. That was just a little bonus that I wanted to show you. I'll get the games ready and then I'll show you those guys. All right, so we got a sick little stack here from GameStop. And I paid about 60 bucks for this entire stack, which I think is a really good deal. You guys let me know what you think. First, I picked up for the Switch this copy of Justice League. I ended up paying 10 bucks for this. I hadn't heard of it, but it was 10 bucks. Of course I'm gonna grab it. Then we got Star Trek Prodigy Supernova. Paid $10 for this as well. I've actually wanted to try this game, so we will be getting to that. Then we got Gungrave Gore, I think it's called. And I paid $10 for this, for the PS5. Looks interesting. I may have to give that one a shot someday. Then these were some, like, I couldn't pass them up for $5. We got Scarlet Nexus. I paid $5 for this. I already have it, but I'm probably gonna take my game out and replace it with a sealed one. We got 2 copies of the Callisto Protocol. They are both sealed, and I'll make a couple of bucks on one of them. Then we also got this copy of Star Ocean, the Divine Force. I paid 10 for this. Actually, before I say that, I'm a pro, so I got an extra 10% off. So these were $9, and the $5 games were actually $4.50. So super cool deal for that. We got this copy of Tales of Arise for $4.50. And then finally, we got this copy of Risen for $4.50 as well. So I got to decide, like, what of those is getting added to the collection and what is not, what is going to be flipped. But that's really all that I have to show you guys. If you have any questions for me or any suggestions or anything like that, you can reach out to me here on YouTube. You can like, comment, and subscribe. Or you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok, or I'm at the Retro Gaming Collective. I'm also the Retro Gaming Collective on eBay, so if you see anything interesting that you want to pick up from me, let me know that you're a subscriber, and I'll happily work out a deal with you guys. I love doing that. But yeah, until next time, thank you so much for checking this out and my other content, and happy hunting.